gonna be real with you. I don't like it when they lip sing. God doggone it, it's her song. It's Janet Jackson. She's 56 years old. That's her music. Well, what do you mean you don't like it when they lip sing? What you think she gonna come out there and do? I don't know if there's a picture floating around on social media, but yeah, I'm giving Janet Jackson. I'm putting Janet Jackson up for nomination this week. Okay. Janet for the Yams of the Week. I'm putting Miss Jackson up for the Yams of the Week, bro.
I'm not mad at that.
Yes, Lord. Because, see, you were weak with yours last week.
No, I wasn't.
You did Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey was not last week.
Well, who was last week?
Get yourself together.
Who you did last week?
I did Nicki last week. Hold on, I got to go back through them because now you got.
Don't worry about that. We just know you was weak.
No, you ain't got me mad now.
We just know you was weak. 866-245-5480.
Mariah Carey was 2 weeks ago, sir.
Huh?
We got Iggy Azalea up and now.
No, you didn't do Iggy last week.
I did Iggy last week.
For last week?
Yes.
Iggy, I'm gonna say she got some yams. Yeah, Iggy got some yams.
Yeah, Iggy definitely do.
Yeah, Iggy got some yams. Yeah, Iggy got some yams. But I'm gonna tell you, my vote for the week of this week is, I don't care who else put up. I saw Miss Jackson and she was nasty on that stage up there in the Legacy Center. Yes, sir. She got. I'm voting for Janet Jackson this week, sir.
You voting for Janet?
So I don't know who we gonna get on Friday, but I'm voting for Janet Jackson.
Well, we'll see.
Yams of the week. I'm putting up Miss Janet Jackson. I don't think nobody can touch her. I'm just saying. Well, she came out there and did that thing, dog. She had the little microphone around now, and she said, "Hey, Birmingham." And nephew, I was up there I was in the second tier, but guess what, nephew? I know she was talking to me. I know she was talking to Joe Lockett.
We assuming a lot of stuff today, huh?
No, I ain't assuming. I knew she was liking it. I know. Me and Janet had a moment where she looked at me, nephew, and we locked eyes.
Janet didn't know you. Janet didn't know you.
She did the thing because we did it together. I put up my hand. You know she did. She did.
5 foot 3. Nah.
Yeah, she did. And we did it at the same time. So I knew we was on the same page, nephew. I know that. Man, listen. Janet Jackson counted down with me, bro.
You know, they say not to lie to yourself, Joe.
I'm not lying to myself. I am telling myself this is the truth. This is my truth between me and Janet Jackson.
You living in your truth? You living in your truth, Joe?
This is between me and Janet. Let me just tell you. See, hate don't look good on you on a messy Monday, but that's okay because I got a chance. Okay? Me and some friends. We got a chance to hang out with Janet and you didn't, sir. So what did you do on your little boring stinking weekend?
It was boring. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now, what you do on your little stinking weekend?
I took care of some business. I handled some things for some family members. I held down the fort. That's what I did. Okay.
So
I was actually productive.
So your little funky family members made
people out.
So, but see.
Hold on, what you said?
Your little funky family members, you happy y'all. See,
my funky family members.
Yeah, my funky family members, they knew not to call me this weekend.
You hit it, and this somebody uncle saying this, right?
Like I said, my funky family members.
That's crazy.
Let me say it one more time.
That's crazy,
Let me say it one more. My funky family members knew not to call me this weekend because they would have got it.
Let your family know how you felt about them, Joe.
My funky family members this weekend would have called me and said, "I need you to do something for Janet." If it ain't an emergency, like you going to the hospital with a broke leg or something, if you having a baby, I would have missed it. I would have been afterwards.
Wow,
bruh. Okay, if it ain't my baby, right? I just being honest. No. People like I want to be there when the baby born. It ain't my baby. I see it.
Show me pictures. That's you.
I see it. Just text me and let me know it's here. And when I finish doing what I'm doing, I come up. It ain't gonna be no different. The baby ain't gonna know.
Wow.
The baby ain't gonna know.
You don't think they gonna tell him?
I don't care. Uncle wasn't there. Where was you at? You know the baby. I was with Miss Jackson. I was watching the concert while you was being born. Now if it was my own son or daughter, I don't know.
Wow, you still debating? That's crazy.
Janet Jackson is seeing your kid, boy.
That's crazy.
I got the rest of my life with my kid.
But you got one night for Miss Janet Jackson.
One night.
Wow.
Come on, hold on. You got what? You gonna see the kids for the rest of your life. They gonna take money from you. Miss Jackson is coming. She's 56 years old. What you doing?
I'm finna entangle with Miss Jackson, but that's so messed up though, because that's the stuff you don't say out loud. You gotta keep that to yourself. You know.
No. But see, I want my
kids. I love you, baby.
Hey,
you listen. Don't say it.
Hey, if I die, okay, my kids, they favorite rapper singer coming right. I passed away, right?
Oh no.
And they called my kid and said, "Your dad just passed away. You need to come." And they need to go do something. I'm telling my kids right now, go handle your business. I'm already gone. Go handle your business. I'm already gone. And go do what you gotta go do. And then, holler with the people that you need to take care of stuff when you finish. I'm dead. I'm out of here.
How you finna tell them that? Was you leaving time appropriate letters and stuff?
Man, my kids know me. I talk to my kids all the time. We talk about some of everything, bro. You know, I tell them, hey, this is the way this is. Though, like I told my kids, real talk. Don't buy no casket and all that. Cremate me. You know what I'm saying? Do it on Zoom.
That's what
real talk.
That's what a few of my parents said.
You know, seriously, do it on Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Where nobody ain't got to get no church, ain't got to do nothing. Go ahead and put a little, when you get a little ashes, put a little thing right there. Say, Zoom, my dad was good. He was great. He out of here. I thank y'all for y'all time, all that other good stuff. If you want to carry me around or spread me over, whatever, that's it. I'm out of there, bro. It don't be wasting your time and the money that I left you for all that other stuff. No. People want to grieve. Listen, they ain't grieving with me now. They ain't coming talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So don't be acting like, man, I hate when folks show up to a funeral. And you ain't called me in 20 years.
What if they really felt that way about you, Joe?
They ain't let me know now, so I don't want them now. If you don't call my phone now every blue moon, at least once a quarter, twice a year, don't come to my funeral.
Golly.
Seriously, don't come. I'm serious, bro.
You heard it. You heard it here
If
first.
you don't call my phone at least once or twice a year, do not come to my funeral. I don't care because you don't care about me now.
I'm not that mad at that.
Do anybody agree or disagree with me on that? Seriously.
I'm not that mad at that. But like I said, this is the type of stuff you don't say out loud, Joe. Golly.
They need to know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Don't be wasting your time and trying to make it look good. You know, coming to, he was a good man. That was my favorite uncle, my favorite. No, I wasn't.
Alrighty, real quick question then.
What?
So is the funeral more about the family or you?
Depending on who you're asking.
Depending on who you asking.
Depending on who you're asking. I'm going to say, for wives, it's probably more about the person and how they want to last see them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think for most of your family, and I'm not going to lie, man, it ain't many funerals that I don't know a funeral that I wanted to go to. I mean, honestly, think about
True.
a funeral that I really wanted. I mean, y'all don't like this conversation on the messy money, but I'm being messy. I don't know what right now, okay?
Because it's going to make you look at your family members a little different.
Think about it. When somebody says you got to go to a funeral, right? It's very few people in your family, when you go into that funeral, that you really want to be there for. Because they really don't know anything about it. You going for your mama or your daddy?
Hey, let's be honest.
Huh? Let's be honest. You're going because your mama or your daddy told you need to be there for your auntie or uncle. Huh? You need to show up and make the family look good. Because if you had your choice, you wouldn't go. Their uncle didn't call you on Christmas, birthdays, nothing.
And you was debating that whole time, sitting in that pew too.
Bro, you sitting there like, why am I here? Come on now. 866-245-5480. A lot of people are agreeing with me.
You weren't crying because they was gone.
Somebody said, bro, are you starstruck? Oh, with Janet Jackson, I was definitely starstruck. I can't say I'm starstruck because I know a lot of stars, but
I would have been.
I'm going to say it like this. I don't know if I was starstruck. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, I'm going to say yes, I was starstruck. Why? Because I was in the same place where a legend like Janet Jackson was there. I didn't get a chance to see her brother perform at all ever.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah, but I got a chance to see his sister
to at least see
his
Janet.
sister perform, right?
That's
So
almost
for me,
it's good.
Right, that was the next best thing to seeing a legend perform that was a Jackson. And even though I was on the second tier, she was in the same building with me.
Mm.
Her energy, I got to see her do all her iconic stuff.
Did she do the In the Thundering Rain?
Bruh, Janet Jackson, she sat down in there with the
touching on my body.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you, she sat down. She came out this thing, man. It was all red. She sat down on the end of the stage and she sung to all of us. But in my mind, it was just me and her.
Oh, she just sat down?
On one of the songs. That song you talking about right there?
Oh, In the Thunder.
And she just said, bruh, and she
I probably should have went. That's her song, man. That's her song. I used to go to sleep to that and Funny How Time Slide.
He said he used to go to sleep to that. 866-245-50.
I was a kid, Joe. I better not have been doing nothing around that age. I was a kid.
Speaking of kids, 866-245-5480. Messy Monday, and we hope you didn't leave a mess as a kid, sir. But anyway,
leaving with a cliffhanger because we got one.
I know, but speaking of kids, what if your 14-year-old daughter did something that you didn't like? What would you do? This is a cliffhanger. Now, this is true. This has happened to my friend Friday night or Saturday morning. His 14-year-old daughter, something happened, and it has caused a stir. And we want to know, what would you do if you found out if this happened to your daughter. So you guys hang tight. If you got a daughter, hang tight. Okay, you got a teenage daughter.
Close.
Hey, nephew, they want to know this one, right?
Yeah, y'all want hey, hold it close.
Do you know your daughter? Nephew, take us a break, baby. Take us a break.
Hey, we will see you guys on the other side. Oh my Lord.
They want to hang on for this. Give me a call, y'all. 866-245-5480. And that's okay. Oh yeah, man. Listen, Janet Jackson, Lord have mercy. I was happy, man. And I was in the building with friends, man, and I got a chance to see. I saw a lot of people. A lot more people saw me than I saw them. But
I bet that was fun for you.
But no, people inbox and say I saw you. They were saying that I saw you at the concert. But here's the crazy part: if my sponsors did not buy the tickets, bro, this is sad for me. I had no idea Janet Jackson was in town.
Yeah, they did not promote that as much as
no, they promoted it, bro. But the means or the way they promote things, I learned something about promotion now, right? People don't listen to a lot of traditional sources anymore. So you got to be where people are. Because I do remember seeing a billboard of Janet Jackson up here in Birmingham. But I didn't pay it any attention. I seen it coming, but I really just didn't pay it any attention. So now
that's smart though. That's smart though.
But I seen the billboard like 2 or 3 months ago.
See, and well, yeah, you're right. You can't promote the same way that
you can't promote. You can't promote. You know what I'm saying? Unless the way I think the old way of doing it. If Janet Jackson would have been going to the different radio shows in Birmingham, Alabama, or calling in saying she'll be here this weekend, I think it would have did a lot more different. Just trying to go out there and put it out there on social media and stuff like that, but that's not. I don't.
So you think it could have been bigger than what it was?
It was full when we first got there. I was like, whoa, but because it was scattered.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna say about 30 minutes into the show,
it got.
Bro, it was slam packed. It was slam packed.
Because those are two figures. I would think.
Good evening, Vinny. VV. How's it going? How y'all doing?
VVS. I can't see anybody today because I'm working through my phone. But we not buffing, so that's a good thing.
Well, that is a good thing. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Let me know where y'all chiming in from, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a shout out on radio. It's Messy Monday, y'all. It's Janet if you're nasty. Hey, open that up just a little bit. Give me a little more. No, right there. Yeah, right there. All right, y'all. It's 18 minutes after the hour. It is Messy Monday. I am very happy. I am in a very good mood because I got to see the one and only Miss Janet Jackson this weekend. And again, I want to thank our sponsors, Parkman and Parker Law Firm, for sponsoring the tickets for our listeners. So make sure you guys lock it in. Make sure you guys follow us on social media. Because here's the thing, nephew. We decided to do something different this year. We decided not to give out like regular traditional radio. We gave out our tickets on social media. So if you're listening to the show and you're not following us, you think you just call in like you used to call into the show and win. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it. You can listen, but you better be on social media because I gave away all the tickets actually on social media. Between TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, that's what I gave out all the tickets at.
Yeah, we can't feel like doing the radio all the time.
I mean, it's cool. But, my whole thing is that y'all connect with us. A lot of people connect with us on social media. And what somebody did ask me to do, though, so next time when we get some tickets, what I'm going to do is give away one pair on the radio. We'll do that.
Okay.
But the rest of them going on social media. So y'all need to go ahead and follow our social media platform. Follow the links. Click on the links. And you can follow us all over. So when we're giving out stuff, you will be the first one to know. And if you make sure you join our fan page, right, that's where the information comes out first. 866-245-5480. Before we move on to the next topic, my baby's on the phone. My nemesis. I'm gonna call her my nemesis. I don't know if she, because we be at odds.
Yeah, y'all be at it.
I said I can't call her my baby. She my nemesis. Go ahead.
Adults only. You're locking it in.
Why must you treat me this way?
Why you treat me so bad? Oh, hey.
As always, I am glad and grateful for the opportunity to speak on your show. I love your platform. Your content is everything. And nephew, you are moving along. Appreciate it.
And we love you too. I give you a hard time. So you still my girl. You ain't my baby, but you're my girl. Let's go.
Appreciate it.
The Jacksons have always they give a show.
Yes.
Worth the ticket.
Yes.
I was fortunate enough to get the chance to see the Jackson 5 reunion tour with my aunt, who truly believes that you should see every legendary black music person as iconic as possible. She just made sure that I understood the value of that. So I've always tried to check off everyone from Diana Ross to Patti LaBelle to Tupac. I just try to make sure that I get the exposure and pass that along to my daughter as well. So that's been held close to my heart. And I'm with Joe. You could have called me and told me you had a gunshot wound, and I'd be like, after the concert, I'll be like,
don't down me.
Hey,
no, don't down me. Whatever you did to get Netflix, you had to
do with me and Miss Jackson. I love the Lock It In Media family. That's Lock It In right there.
See that? I should have named this show something else. This is things that you don't say out loud. This is
you know, you should put that on segment on Cliffhanger. The things you don't say out loud. I got a lot of them. I got a lot of them. Me and that does on. We'll probably rank top on that segment.
Yeah, I might just go ahead and put it on
there. Nobody has ever. Nobody. I think people forget. I've never had anybody put powdered sugar on me. So why am I spraying powdered sugar on other people's donuts?
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. If I got something to go do and something unfortunate happened to you, I'll holler at you when I'm finished.
Wait a minute. Things unfortunately happens to you. I'll holler at you in a minute.
When I'm done.
Okie dokie.
But most times, a lot of people do you the same way. You don't. You know, I'm sorry I'm late. That's where they put you at. You just don't realize that.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
One thing I've ever told another person is this: I am not the intervention to God's path. Whatever happens to you,
I like that.
It's not for me to come clean the sidewalk for you to get it right.
I like that. I'm not the intervention between you and God. I like that.
That's the cleanest way to be so rude. Oh my goodness! Because if they ain't know nobody, be like, "Oh, that sounds so sweet."
I like that though.
No,
I am not the intervention between you and God. I'm still in that. I'm still in that. Adults.
Don't put God in this foolishness.
When people ask me for money,
right?
That's my go-to. I am not going to intervene on God's path.
I love it. See, you're nice because when it comes to money, they say I need 100. I'm gonna give you $5 or $10. They said I need 100. I said no, you need 95 or 80.
Hold on, I'm not giving nothing because whatever God's path got you on, that's no problem.
Now I'm with you on that. But you know what I always do? I always tell people that God put it on my heart to give you what I don't care about getting back. So that's maybe $5 or $10. So I'm gonna put you a step. See, I tell folks, I'm not gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what I can give.
You just got a chance to take him into that.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if you need 100 and I gave you 5, now you need $95 more.
Yeah.
Keep working. You'll be all right.
Add some more folks.
I'm gonna offer you the same thing when I need to let somebody else, and I had to ask somebody. I'm gonna give you one of them good raggedy prayers.
Oh well, I can't say now that part I cannot say because when I was in Dire Straits, I got some really good friends, and my friends like I hadn't talked to in a minute. When I called them up, man, my phone. As soon as I talked to them, my catcher like ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
so I can't say that about my good friends. If I needed something, they don't even ask no questions. They just say handle your business. Hit me up when you can.
I feel differently. My good friends, I never call them. I wait until I get in. I might do something strange for a little bit of change before I ask you.
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you like this. It does only if you my friend. Don't do that for a piece of change. Holler at your boy. I got you.
Don't do that.
Holler at your boy. Don't do that for a piece of change. Don't do that for a piece of change. Cause if something happens, I ain't coming. I'm going to see Janet. All right. All right, baby girl. Let's get out of here. I love you. Now. Have a good one. All right, y'all. 866-245-5480. We'll pay for it. All right, y'all. We're about to get to the bottom, but I gotta get into Miss Money because we've been missing the whole show.
We have.
But my friend over the weekend. This actually happened, man. And they say when you say that, it's like what you said before, and you need to get everything you said before. But
yeah.
But no, this happened this weekend. My friend, he's round about my age. I think he's maybe a year older. I'm 52, so I think like 53 or 50. Anyway, got a 14-year-old daughter, and I think he had like a 12-year-old son. His daughter came home and left her purse on the countertop. And when I tell y'all a story, I want to know when we come back from Cliffhangers, what would y'all do and how would you handle the situation if you was a father? So here's the thing. Daughter comes in from, I don't know if she's on a date, but she comes back in the house. Then I left her purse on the countertop in the kitchen. Okay? So the dad was doing something on the countertop, right? And the daughter's in her bedroom or in the bathroom. I don't know. She was looking at TV. I don't know. Well, she was doing her. So something spilled. I'm not for sure what happened. But long story short is, the father wound up knocking her purse off the countertop by mistake, and everything in it fell out on the floor. I know people, they call it, Lord have mercy.
Everything in it fell out on the floor.
Everything in her purse fell out. Now let me preface this. It's his daughter. She's 14. What do you think fell out her purse that put her dad at a pause? 866-245-5480. When he looked down on the floor to go pick up the things in his daughter's purse, he saw 4 condoms.
No, let that marinate. Because dad is in the car. Hey, don't stop imagining it's you. You in the car, you driving. Stay safe. You got
So, if you're a daddy, what's your first move? And when you find if you're the daughter and you find out that your daddy just seen condoms in your purse.
Yeah, because ask the daughter point of view. Because she going to need some help for this. All right, she needs to know how to approach.
What do you tell your daddy when he found condoms in your purse, in his house, on his floor? I don't know how they got there.
Now, hold on. Now, she could, since we're just being messy, right?
Yeah.
She could be confrontational about it.
Yeah.
What you doing going through my purse, Daddy?
No, it felt. I mean, he said. I mean, and I believe.
Oh, he said it fell.
Yeah, he said he literally because he said he was doing something.
I tried.
And he knocked the person. He said he knocked the purse off the table because some other stuff had fell along with it.
All right.
And so.
All right, I tried then.
No, he literally he said because men don't usually. If a father's gonna go through his daughter, a person gonna do it in front of her. 9 times out of 10, I would. I'm not gonna hide behind my daughter back.
I don't know enough to say yeah or no.
I'm gonna say for me, I have 2 daughters, right?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna check on her, I'm gonna tell her to do it. I'm gonna do it in her face. You're gonna know that be periodic checks that I'm gonna tell you bring your purse here, or I'm going in your car, or I'm going in your bedroom, right? You just gonna know that. That's just the way life is for you. If you don't like it, get out.
That's just the way love goes.
That's what she said. That's what she told me when she left. She said, hey Joe, I'm out of here.
Just the way love goes. Anyway, love is gonna go really, really messed up for her. It sounds like love is gonna be very, very messed up for her.
Well, let me just say this right now. 866-245-5480. She did not leave the house this weekend. Okay. So that was top thing.
She wouldn't have left the house with me either.
And the father now is trying to figure out what do he want to do. Because one way you look at it, she was protection, using.
Yay!
But
you're 14.
She got 4 condoms. Yes.
But you're 14 though.
You're 14 with four condoms.
I mean, but do you think it would have changed if it was 2 years difference?
It's your daughter, man.
It is.
You don't want to see condoms falling out your daughter's purse.
You don't.
I probably felt better about it.
Because 14 is wild.
14 is way too young.
I found 14 is wild.
14 is, 14. 866-245.
I don't know if they do sex ed no more, but you could have said that.
But I'm just saying, like I said, and like he was talking to me, man, he was like, I hadn't did anything. I just told her she couldn't go nowhere this weekend.
Oh.
But he haven't, you know what I'm saying?
Poor guy.
Because him and the mama got to talk about it,
Yeah, he's at a dilemma. He's legit at a dilemma.
Because at one...
Because you can't punish her. They might encourage it.
866, condoms. Found 4 condoms in the purse. They dropped out. 866-245.
You gotta watch how you handle that. That's crazy.
You guys stay locked in. We gotta come up. We didn't went toilet to the cliff, but you know what happens at the bottom of an hour. We go all the way off the cliff. It's the Joe Lack Show, you guys. It's messing money. You guys hang tight. What would you do if you found condoms in your daughter's purse? We'll talk about it on the other side.
Keep doing it.
Talk to her about how. What do you say? Somebody give me a call. Let me know what would you say to your daughter. 866-245-5480. How do you talk to your daughter about these things? Let's go to Cliffhangers with Cliff, y'all.
milking, man.
Stop playing. If you a nerd, if you like to stand and talk about cliffhanger. What's up, y'all? You're tuning in to your nephews on the ones and twos, the threes and the fours. We are all off the cliff already for the show. If you're not tuning in to the Joe Lockett Show, you are missing out. Please tune in and stay locked in to your boy. But right now, we are finna be on the cliff side. We're cliffhanging today.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some unfortunate news, though, as far as with the cliffside vibes today.
What's that?
I do not have a list to be giving you. I have more of an album to give you for cliffside vibes. So I will get my cliffside vibes out the way, then we'll get into the stories. As far as with albums, since we're keeping it everything Janet, please check out Janet Jackson's albums this week. You already know mine is After the Thunder and Rain and Funny How Time Flies, okay? And then we just talked about Funny, That's the Way Love Goes on the show too.
Yeah.
Those are just a little bit. Go through her discography. And while you at it, go through Luda's discographies. Chicken and Chicken and Liquor is hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's a great record.
Yeah. And he had to hit them big old shoes on like that too.
See that? And he kept it on brand. You know what I mean?
He had big arms on him. He did his thing.
Check out Luda and Janet Jackson's discography. And you'll be
and by the
very
way, she
pleased.
told me she don't want no entanglement with you. So
She don't want no entanglement?
No.
It's cool. We got other folks that might want an entanglement. So, to get into our cliffhangers for today, we got so much news, so you know what we're going to do. We getting them with the cliffside shenanigans today. First things first. Somebody that might want an entanglement, Faith Evans. She's trending. She has granted the court order to have her vehicle returned after her estranged husband, Stevie J, allegedly stole her car to attend the Coachella this year. And Stevie J said, I would have took the jet. My thing is, how you feel about that? Should he have got the jet? Should he have left the car there? Should he have just, you know what I mean, hurry up and got back home before she found out? I mean, what do you do in this situation where you take your ex-wife stuff and you leave out? You don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that, right?
I don't want to see none of my ex-wives, so I'm good.
Oh, goodness. Well, speaking of other stuff that folks don't want to see, but has something to do with vehicles too. Southwest Airlines. A flight attendant delayed a whole flight for an hour because of spilled rice.
What was in the rice?
I don't know.
It was just.
But she held it up. Hey, somebody had it on video, and they took pictures of it too. It was not a lot of rice either. It looked like somebody just tipped it over. But she wasn't having it. She was not having it.
I like her. I need to hire her.
Hey, you better clean your stuff up. Southwest do not play no games. This ain't Spirit.
Yeah, I need to hire her.
This is not Spirit.
She did her job. Go ahead, girl.
We ain't flying until the rice is picked up. we ain't doing this. This is not Spirit. Next up, speaking of not being Spirit, and you need to know what you're riding on. A Colorado school bus driver faces child abuse charges because a video shows him purposely slamming the brakes. Now, if you was to see the video, it's not graphic at all. He told these kids multiple times, do not get out of your seat. Please sit down. We could stop at any moment. Now, he did purposely stop.
Right.
But it was after 2 or 3 saying something.
Right.
So, I'm kind of conflicted, if I'm just being honest. Because he did tell you, your little bad kid, your kids is bad, by the way. He did tell your little bad kid to sit down. Now, I mean,
I'm with the bus driver.
I'm with the bus driver.
I'm gonna slam on the brakes and make you fall all the way to the front.
See that he didn't do that. I can see you.
Yeah, I said sit down. I'm with the bus driver.
Yeah, I'm with the bus driver. So, freedom for the bus driver, man. Freedom for the bus driver. Next up, Keke Palmer. She's trending for accepting the Vanguard Award for the LGBT Center Gala. So congratulations to Keke Palmer. As far as with breaking news, former Dancing with the Stars judge Lynn Goodman has passed away at 78. Prayers to his family. He is legendary. If you've seen Dancing with the Stars, he's been there for freaking all of the seasons.
Yeah.
Like, he holds it down. And he's a very, very prominent face. So prayers out to his family. We're going to get into it later and get more depth to it. But also breaking news, Don Lemon terminated from CNN after 17 years.
Peace out, bro.
Hey, and we got more news.
Anybody can get it.
That. Apparently, anybody can get it. As far as with anybody else, Nick Cannon, he's trending in the news again. He's talking about his Mount Rushmore for female rappers. He got Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, Nicki Minaj, and I think he's debating on putting Little Kim in, but
I don't respect Nick Cannon when it comes to rap, so I don't care what he thinks.
I don't care what he thinks. So you think his list is just all wrong?
It's trash.
It's trash.
Where's
Queen Latifah though?
But I'm just saying, he's coming from Nick Cannon. What is he to the rap game? He's very talented. I mean, I'm seriously. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I can see Ice Cube putting out the list, but Nick Cannon can put out a list for the best baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? But he can't put out the best rap list for. A list for best rappers.
I mean, but he has he does a lot with the battle rap. So you think they don't give him a voice?
He's getting paid. He's not a rapper. He's not a. He's talented. Don't get. I like Nick Cannon, but whatever he puts on his list, for hip hop, it won't hold water for me.
We're almost there. We come around the mountain and she comes. So speaking of rappers right now, Lil Wayne he's getting backlash from his fans because he canceled his Atlanta concert hours before the performance.
Ooh.
And the fans are saying, how many more are we going to get canceled?
Ooh. That ain't good, especially
that's
ATL.
That's not good, especially Atlanta.
That ATL, bro. That's Black Mecca.
Yeah. I know he Louisiana, but I know he got a post out there in ATL. I don't think you want to get them mad.
But yeah, that's Black Mecca right there.
Hey, other news. This has been trending for a long time. I've been hesitate on mentioning it, but things are starting to develop.
Okay.
Tory Lanez speaks out against his ahead for his motion. He's trying to get a retrial for his case. Mm-hmm. He's saying that he was done unjustly, and he's looking to get this case retried.
So he's the guy that shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. He said he was done wrong. He said that he was unfairly persecuted. So it's looking like they might end up putting this back into a retrial. Like I said, I've been waiting on this because I've been hearing rumblings for at least about a week.
You got to be careful though, man. You better have your stuff in order because it can get worse.
Have your stuff in order because this could get worse.
Yeah.
So, hey, cheers out to him. And lastly, Usher. He, Miss Janet Jackson was not the only one with some very high profile and very enjoyable kind of concerts over the weekend. Usher has been killing it out there in Vegas, where stars was coming out in droves to see his performance and shows. Stars like Lil Baby, Jada Curves, Young Miami, who was also on a Yam Meter. Young Miami. Yeah. And next up, Joe Budden, Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri, you better be showing up at every show. Okay, you got a whole album dedicated for you. But Jermaine Dupri out there, Tiana Taylor, another Yam Meter, Kim Kardashian, Nelly, etc. Yeah. They all raving about how the show was good. I know 21 Savage did a whole week before.
I need to go out there and see. I need to go to Vegas.
They saying they're saying he held it down.
I need to go out there and check that out.
Also, he also expresses how he would love to do the Super Bowl halftime show. He said, I would be a fool to say no.
Yeah. But you know they don't get paid for that?
Exactly. But he said, and he also said performing for the Super Bowl halftime show would be a bucket list for him. Yeah. And he says his catalog speaks for itself.
It does. And he can entertain.
Yeah. And most don't sleep on him. He got that R&B, hip hop, and that pop down.
Yeah. And it's clean. Yeah. He's Super Bowl material. I can see that.
So those have been your cliffside. Those have been your hangers for today. I hit you with a little shenanigans because we had a lot to get out. I already told you your cliffside vibes that you need to hit up today.
Janet and Luda.
Janet and Luda. Hit the discography. Now, if you guys got anything else you want to get shown or told, or you know what I mean, be a part of the show, hit us up on the group chat Hanging Cliffside, or you can just hit the links in the bio. Bring it in there. We will see you guys on the other side to see how this what would you do if you found condoms in your daughter's purse?
And she's 14.
And she's 14. We'll see y'all on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know. What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? We're back.
Monday night, the temperatures continuing to drop off overnight tonight. Clear skies allow those temperatures to drop down by tomorrow morning into the low to mid 40s, making for another chilly start to Tuesday. You might want to grab some coffee as you're heading out the door.
Grab some coffee.
But those temperatures will be warming up by the afternoon into the mid 50s.
So we see we got Sentagaya, Tokyo out here. What's going on? I see. I got Ohio on here. What's going on? Texas, how y'all doing?
Somebody said Magnums. No, not any condoms. Not no Magnums. Daddy in real messed up trouble now.
I wasn't gonna go there, but imagine that's your unit daughter.
Oh my Lord, and he saw what you had.
866-245-5480. Have anybody ever been caught at the age of 14 with condoms in their purse? They was in the gold package, so I'm just gonna say that the dad said they was in the gold package.
Oh, so she was right. Oh my God,
They was in the gold package. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it right there. But what do you say to your daughter? My little girl is a, or is she being safe? What conversation do you have with your daughter? I don't know a guy who doesn't get the Magnum even when. Really? I don't know about that one now, Sarah. I don't know. I mean, gotta fit. Ain't no sense in getting a Magnum.
Yeah,
You ain't no
you
Magnum,
just-
bro. That thing falls straight on off of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't just.
You just can't go get extra large if you small. That don't work. That don't work right there. But what do you say, man, to your should he punish her? Should he be proud of her?
I think
866-245
proudness is what you're gonna get later, like way later.
I mean, what do you do though? You find condoms by mistaking your daughter's purse.
She ain't pregnant.
All right, y'all. It is 43 minutes after the hour. You guys are locked into your favorite ignorant show. This is your Like It Show. I am the one and only side dude, America's favorite side dude, a safe space for women. You got Mr. Entanglement, nephew across from me.
Straight danger.
Hey, I hope you guys are doing great this weekend. I'm in a very good mood, but my one of my dear friends, he's not. This weekend, he happened to see something that no father wants to see. And since it's Mr. Monday, I actually could talk about it. And he gave me the permission to. He said, just don't call out his name and his daughter's name, so we'll not do that.
No. They don't need to
but-
get out like that.
What would you do as a father if you your daughter purse mistakenly fell on the floor, everything fell out, and you found condoms in her purse, and she's 14 years old? What would you do?
You know who I want to hear talk about this?
Who?
Trent. Because his daughter is in the
Oh,
5th grade.
oh yeah, Trent. Oh yeah.
Oh my
I want to see. I don't know
Lord.
if they're coming in, or they're doing it from a different location. But if he come in, I definitely want to ask
Oh
him.
my God, I have
No,
to.
I know. Can you imagine? I would be scared if Trent was my daddy.
Man, oh my, not this dude.
Bro,
You
If
see
Trent, my daddy, imagine your daddy, Trent Richardson, and the condoms. Bruh, I could see him now getting his Maserati going to find the dude that he. Hey, can you imagine him grabbing her phone, the last dude she talked to, and he at his house right now? 866-245-5480. So, is the shit... Now, the question I'm asking y'all on the Messy Monday.
The babies.
What do you do as a father? Do you sit down and have this conversation with your daughter? Do you lock her up for life? Do you applaud her for being responsible? How do you have this conversation? Because her mom and him have not did anything yet. They just told her she's cannot go anywhere this weekend.
I would do it like this, in all seriousness. I think this type of situation is one that you should handle with some type of tact.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna show why this is wrong, at least at their age, and why and how this can go to somewhere else. But I would applaud the fact that she chose to do it.
But this is the dilemma because I'm a father, okay? So I see some people saying, you know, I would have to talk with her and put her on birth control. See, as a father, but no, I don't know. But I'm just saying, you know,
she's 14.
But I'm saying, you know, as a father, having that conversation with my daughter, I don't have to worry about that because their mom did that for me. But I wouldn't mind having a conversation with my daughter. Like right now, even though when I talk to my kids about, do you got a boyfriend, you know, blah blah blah, I'm open with my kids. I wouldn't have a problem talking to them about it, but I don't know as a father that I want to put her on birth control because that's saying go ahead and
do it,
move forward, and you know if you decide I get the precautions behind it. I do understand that if you don't, they will anyway. It's to protect them. I get that part. But also there's another part of it, nephew. I'm also telling it feels like to me I'm also giving you a loaded gun and saying I'm going to teach you to use it only when necessary. You see what I'm saying? Basically that's what it is. You know, you give them the gun, put it in your purse, but only use it when necessary. Don't flash it. You know what I'm saying? You're 14 years old. Don't flash the gun.
Well, let's be honest.
Sure.
In middle school, you was already talking along them lines anyway. So you was given pretty much a gun.
Well, but y'all said then become a granddad. All y'all, okay? And I see people like, but I'm finna go back and forth with folks on this. I get what the women are saying, but
it's mostly women saying that.
Yes, most women saying that because ain't no fellas time I'm finna go ahead and get put on birth control.
Yeah, that's
because we know what we do as little boys. We know.
And you know how you thought,
right? And so you want to try to instill in your daughter, of course, not to do it. There are some girls, I'm gonna be honest, when I was growing up, they didn't do it. In this day and age, it's a lot different now.
Yeah, that was fading out around my age. That was fading out around my age.
When you around your age, nephew, what age were girls sexually active?
Middle school.
Middle school?
So when 13, you got 14? To like 7th grade, 8th grade?
8th grade?
7th grade, 8th grade, definitely. Because I had a few that came to school pregnant.
Man, I couldn't borrow a pencil when I was in 6th and 7th grade.
I'm so serious. That's when I actually started. 6th grade, you hear about it, but you don't really see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? People talking at that point, so you kind of like hearing rumor.
Right.
7th grade and 8th grade, you definitely saw it. You definitely did.
I guess growing up in this time, man, you know, you want to protect your kids, but you got to have that conversation. You know what I mean? Because it's like I said, give them the gun, but tell them don't use it. You got to make sure your daughter's responsible, you know, responsible to actions. And I get the baby part, but just as a man, that's very hard for me to do, to give my daughter that loaded gun.
And then that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta the unfair double standard that this is, because this is only going to be applied for the daughter. This is not really going to be too.
It's a different conversation. Because let me tell women why. Let me tell women why though. Because men know that 9 times out of 10 your son ain't getting none. Bruh, it's a needle in a haystack when you're young. When I was growing up, I don't know now. Things may be different.
Now might be a little.
Okay, but now when I was growing up, bruh, my dad, when I turned 13, 14 years old, my dad talked to me about it was the weirdest conversation to ever have with your parents. If they tough on you.
I think that's generational.
No.
It's gonna be weird.
But some parents you can talk to your kids about that.
That don't take away from the weird. That don't take. My parents was definitely the ones. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah,
and they was definitely real,
bruh. But the way my parents talked, the way my dad talked to me about that, bruh, it was. I'm gonna just say this. I was more confused afterwards than I was before. I'm just being honest. Because
my parents.
He felt uncomfortable trying to talk to me about it, which made it awkward. I felt awkward trying to listen to him what he was saying, and he had some kind of cards.
What?
Some
He tried to do flip cards?
Bruh.
See, son, this is what you call a bird.
Yeah.
And this is a
bee.
bee.
And this is to protect you from the bee and the bird.
And sometimes
it was
be buzzing.
I think it was a thing that he knew he had to do, he had to get through.
Uh-huh.
But I learned more from sex ed than I did that conversation. I appreciate him for trying, but he was an awesome father to me as a kid. But on that one there, bro, I had to give him an F on that one. That was
my folks, because they just kept it raw. They just kept it raw all through.
Yeah.
They didn't even let me. I got to age 8, and then it was like, yeah, Santa Claus ain't real, bro. We got through this stuff. We would love a thank you.
Right.
Thank you, mama. Because they didn't. I was a very excited kid, and they saw how happy I would get when Santa brought me stuff. And that's like, yeah, we finna dead this at 8.
So how do you? I see people saying you got to trust your kids. I get that, trusting your kids.
You got to know your kids too.
You got to know. But even if you know your kids, you don't know your kids. You don't. Your kid could be the best kid in the world, and if for a split second they're gonna have.
I say I agree with you to a degree. Because
Okay.
you don't. When you're not around,
Uh-huh.
that's when it's really put to the test, and you don't know how they're going to think truly then.
Yeah.
But I will say you do have an idea on how your kid is, even when it's in controllables. So if you know your kid is a little when it's time to get excited or happy, all this other stuff, they're a little everywhere,
Mhm.
and they ain't really too precise focused on whatever it is that we're doing.
Mhm.
Then you can kind of deduce when they're excited and you're not around. You feel me? So
I think you can from a standpoint of what you're saying, but a young female with a guy, if there's alcohol or weed involved, is going to impair my daughter's thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then she's being put under pressure by that guy, and if he's the guy that everybody wants,
I think that's the biggest thing.
yeah, pure pressure, man. So
I think that's the peer pressure and the thought of trying to be first to do it.
Yeah.
I think that was what really did it for my generation age group. I think that was the biggest thing. You wanted to be the first one to say you got some.
right.
So I think that's how it got kind of trickled down like that.
I think it'd say, Jack, I see you from Huntsville. I'm going to come to you in a few minutes. 866-245-5480. And I think for me, when I'm talking about this, if you guys just looking at it right now, a friend of mine over the weekend, this was prom weekend. Y'all know that, right?
Ooh.
I forgot to put that. This is prom weekend.
Yeah, that's a big one though, Joe. Because that changes it a lot. That changes it. Well, no, she's 14, so never mind.
No, it don't change, but I'm saying this is prom weekend. So she wasn't going to the prom.
Yeah, that don't change.
Oh, she would have missed her prom that night, bro. Yeah, she definitely missed her prom that night. If condoms dropped out of her purse, there definitely wouldn't be no prom.
We'll have to go to an after show. After show, y'all better tune in. Have to tell y'all because I got questions.
Let's get up to the phone lines. Jack, you're locked into the Joe Likey Show. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on there, Hero?
Oh, what's up, Jack and Jack? I ain't heard from you in a minute, man.
Yeah, I'm still around. I recuperated after my accident, so I'm back on the air.
Okay, man. Jack have been following me since I was on 10. Jack been with me for 10 years.
Oh, wow. He got 10.
And for every station I done went to, Jack always have found me. No matter what, Jack finds me.
Oh, he a real fan.
Oh, he a real fan. We ain't gonna fight. We disagree, but he loves me and I love him too.
Shout out.
Go ahead, Jack. What you got?
Okay, the way I feel about that, well, I'd say I guess I would talk to my wife about it, but I guess it's good that she had condoms because I don't know what to say. I see what my wife said because I don't want to be on the outside looking in.
So you saying he should defer to his wife on this one?
Yeah, I approach my wife and see what she thinks, and then we'll go from there.
I'm not mad.
I like that. Put it on the mama.
Man,
But
what?
she wouldn't be able to go to the prom. Sorry about that.
I'm with you on that, Jack, man. I appreciate you for liking it, man. Thanks for finding me again, bro. I love you. And I'm glad you're safe, man.
Have a good one.
All right, have a good one now. 866-245-5480. I guess I'm going to say, I would say the same thing. A lot of people saying you got to have a conversation.
Got to.
And
You got to
I'ma
at
say
this
this.
point.
I do believe you got to have the conversation. I don't believe this is a disciplinary where you got to discipline, whoop your kid for
Yeah.
that.
This ain't one of those.
I don't think you got to scream at your kid on this one.
But you do
you
have to.
But as a father, I would tell her I'm proud and disappointed at the same time. I do have to express that to her, meaning that I'm proud that you're taking precautions.
But I'm
But
disappointed.
I'm disappointed that you're thinking about this at such an early age because I would tell her Daddy thought he had more time. You know what I'm saying? I thought Daddy had more time. And I would tell my daughter about these knucklehead boys. I know he said he loved you, and I would go into the speech about, these guys really don't care. And just go look at statistics and history about the guy that you give yourself to, 9 times out of 10 is not going to be the guy that you're going to end up with. It's your choice. You're going to have to make that choice. And as your father, I would tell you, I will hope and pray that you did a lot later than now. Because what a lot of young kids don't understand, especially the women at that younger age, and the woman told me this, that even at a young age, the emotional tie is uncontrollable. It's the soul tie.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That a young girl gets with a little boy. And that's why they're hurt so bad after it's over with and they find out that he's cheating on her, which he's going to do 9 times out of 10 anyway. The boy didn't care. You was a check mark on his list, right? And so at the end of the day, he's happy with you, but he's hungry. He's trying to get as much, he's trying to feed himself as much as possible during that stage. And that's just a growing up phase. I mean, it ain't fair. It's nothing that people want to talk about. But I would say definitely for me, it would be a tough conversation too as we have.
That's good.
Bro, I have to call in all my folks, bro. The priest. I have to call in the pastor. I have to call in the community because bro. I'll be a nervous wreck. That'd be probably one time I'd be a nervous wreck talking to my daughter. Because you don't want to chase them away. You don't want to chase them to the guy's arms either. I want her to know that I love her. And I'm displeased with it, but I'm also proud of her that she's taking precautions not to have a baby.
Yeah.
But she's 14. That would kill me. If she was 17, 18 years old, I would feel a little bit different. But at 14, bro, 13, 14 years old,
you gotta stress how serious that is.
Yeah.
In my book, you gotta stress how serious it is, and how it can go.
Let's see. Robert on Instagram said we have to teach our babies how valuable they are, their bodies and everything. I agree with that. But ladies, and y'all talk to me. I'm sure we running out of time here, but I want to know, how do you have that conversation with your daughters? Because a woman could tell them what you do. A mom could tell her what she done been through.
Yeah.
And how she was disappointed. But then these young girls these days, well, that's you, mama. He feel different about me, so on and so on. See, fellas, we don't have a problem talking to our son because we tell them, we're doing Spike Lee to him. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we proud of you, blah, blah, blah. Just don't, you better not, you know what I'm saying?
Bring back no
that,
baby.
that what the father said, bruh.
Bring back no baby.
Bruh.
My dad said that when I was, hey, my dad said that I was playing the game.
This is so hypocritical, bro. This is so wrong. But a man gonna tell him, hey, boy, you better not do that.
That's my boy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my boy.
His daddy walking in the room like, hey, I told you, boy, you better not, boy, God doggone it, I can't believe that you did that. Boy, what you doing? Boy.
Hey, give him the doubt.
Hey, you be dapping him the whole time while you screaming in the house, right?
Yeah, I got him, baby. Don't even worry about it.
I told him. I told him.
He gonna remember.
Right. But the girl, now, I wanted to do women do that with their daughters, though. I ain't never thought about that. I wanted to do women be like, acting like, because dads get crazy about their daughters. Do mamas be like, girl, blah, 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 and she be like, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she be in there like, she be twerking with her baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever do that again.
Hey, I knocked down my sign here. But no, do. But I'm just saying, but do women do like men do? Because men do that. Men, we scream and holler in front of the woman, the wife, but behind closed doors, we dapping our boys up. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit more about this in the side show. You guys hang tight on social media. Y'all stay locked in to 92.5. Coming up next, TR3 with Trent Richardson and the one and only Reggie Ragland. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tough Conversation Tuesday. We love you. So Robert, you didn't twerk with your daughter. I know you have kids. I think you have a teenage son and you have a teenage daughter. I would love to talk to you. Call into the show one day, Robin, because I would love to talk to you and see how do women have the birds and bees conversation? Because I don't know what the hell is birds and bees. I really don't know why they call it birds and bees.
I don't either. They don't really correlate too much. But I mean,
Why do they call it birds and bees? Do anybody know why they call it birds and bees? Because I really don't know why they call it birds and bees, y'all.
my daddy said, I was with your mama, and that's how you came in. They said it was
Man,
on Valentine's Day.
And my dad started trying to explain sex to me, bro. And like I said, if I would listen to him, bro, I'd never would have done it. I was so confused. I had no idea. He wouldn't. I don't know if he was nervous. That's the first time I probably seen my dad. I ain't gonna say he was nervous, but he was uncomfortable talking to me about it.
I think my folks kind of took it more of like ripping off a Band-Aid.
And they don't at all. So y'all saying women don't do that? You be thinking love and real around 14. Yeah, they do. A lot of women think that love is the crazy thing about it, most dudes, little boys don't think love is real. I didn't care about nothing about no love when I was a little boy. Did you?
I did.
Oh, you Ralph Trans fan.
I was listening to a lot of R&B songs when I was okay. As you can see,
You're sensitive.
I was not sensitive.
Oh,
but
you sensitive.
That's not sensitive.
That's sensitive.
That's not sensitive.
That's sensitive.
It's not sensitive.
That's sensitive.
No, it's not.
Yes, that's
No, it's not.
emotional.
That's
You
not
was talking-
emotional.
You was talking-
Wow. So you finna just label me anything you want.
No, you
It's not emotional, Joe.
at 14.
No, not at 14. Not at 14. By 14, I was like freshman year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 14, no.
Okay. What age you was caught up in your feelings?
All through middle school. It got dead. It got deaded when I was in the 8th grade.
I don't know.
Towards that summer.
But I don't know how you gonna be. I don't know how you gonna be in love. I don't know.
I
what that
mean,
is.
because it was
sensitive. Yeah, that's what he was. Sensitive.
man.
Joe, you were raised in a toxic masculinity. Yeah, I was. Boys today are allowed to feel their.
Yeah, during my
Boys,
time,
what boys doing that?
during my time, it was displayed a lot different.
Hold on, okay, but what boys? I just read Erica said boys today are allowed to feel their emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
That's encouraged nowadays, Joe.
when?
You don't be seeing it?
Golly.
Yeah, that be encouraged from whether it's from a female, from whether it's from
If you have me on the show
other
to
figures?
talk about parenting, you need a pre-show advisory because I'm gonna hurt some feelings. No,
Lord.
as long as you ain't cursing.
Yeah,
Don't
long
have the show.
as you ain't cussing
Long
about
as
it.
you ain't cursing, you can come on the show and say whatever you need to go say.
We go all off the grid
Hey,
on it.
hey, we got Mr. Entanglement and Mr. Side Dude on here, so I don't know what more you can do besides we ain't promote matrimony. This show, we got Denise, who will be single forever. I was talking,
Mr. Side Dude,
Mr.
Mr.
Side,
Side man,
you know what I'm saying, with the mansion, and you got Mr. Entanglement.
in the basement.
This show do not preach. Make a family, be happy, live happily ever after. I'm sorry.
Man, you ain't getting Cheerios over here. It ain't be happy, be healthy.
Nah, this show him. Don't be like us, is what we saying. God's still working on us.
But yeah,
This show is yes, this show is off the rails. Yes, we are. I'm sorry, but if y'all a sane show, don't listen to it. We the most ignorant show in the world. We always say that to y'all. So if y'all want ignorant, y'all listen to us.
Hey, and when we do our live shows,
Oh, wait till y'all see our live shows.
it's gonna be even worse.
We're gonna have a wet t-shirt contest. I'm gonna have a wet collar shirt contest.
With collar shirt.
A wet collar shirt contest. Where you get men come in, you wear them up in their collared shirts.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, let the women come in there with the men up and choose which one look best.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
wet
actually really,
collar
really-
shirts. Wet collar shirts. We've been working on that.
That's really neat. Write it up. Write it down.
Write it down on your thing. I'm not kidding. We are the most ignorant show in the land. I would say that all day long to you. Yes. But I don't.
Yeah, that's talked about nowadays.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so
encouraged.
you gotta be careful with that. In my humble opinion.
Sure.
For me.
Which is what what men nowadays say.
Because what women say they think little boys need, they don't
Not what they
understand.
want from their man.
Exactly. And a young man being in touch with his emotions is fine. but he has to know how to articulate them emotions and know when to shut them off and handle his business, right? And that's why I say I'm glad my pop raised me this way, because if I'm raised the other way, you get to find this.
I think
Uh,
during my time, I had luckily a sweet area because it was still, you know what I mean, older heads that was still preaching that too. But then during my time, while it was encouraged that you should at least get in touch with something so you're able to articulate a lot better, you still had to go through similar things that your pops or your granddad or your uncle then went through to rationalize, yo, I can't be in my feelings all the time. And that's why I said that's when it cut off around that time.
But that's
my
what I'm
eighth grade
saying.
in my summer. 'Cause
But that's why I think, young men, you got to know your child. I'm gonna say that you got to know your child.
True.
I think they need to understand both sides of it. But it's very dicey when a little boy is tapping into the emotion. Because I see it right now, even in just in sports, man. You know what I mean? I see a lot of guys that are really sensitive to a lot of stuff nowadays when they should just be playing the game. Because sometimes, man, you just got to do stuff. And I understand that everybody got a point. I understand people want longevity. But there are times in life, man, that you just got to be a man, stand up and go through it. That's how the world was built.
Your
You know what I'm saying?
silence, you speak louder, in other words.
I'm being honest. As a man, you have to have discernment on when it's time to tap into your emotions and you can get away with it, or when it's time to tap into your manhood and do what got to be done, even though it's gonna hurt. That's tough for a man that's tapping into his emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just glad I got tapped into my masculinity first before I didn't learn about, sensitivity and emotions prior to I was about 27,
So you think that
28.
you think that hurts a man when dealing with a relationship?
I think it can go both ways with him, man, because if he don't know how to articulate himself as a man and be sensitive when needed, he's going to come off as soft, and that woman ain't going to want him. A woman want that when you're her man and she see you vulnerable, but when she needs you to stand up, whatever, a lot of women, bro, and I've seen women do this to my brother. The stuff that you do that's soft or considered emotional, they throw that crap up in your face and they get mad at you.
Yeah. Or they completely see you different once it happens.
Yeah. They throw that up in your face when they get mad at you. You know what I mean? And most mature women don't, but a lot of young women, this is what they do at the end of the day. So I'm just saying, be very careful when you're tapping into. If I had a son, I would be very careful. I'm gonna raise him as a man. I would say this: if I had a son in this day and age, I would raise him as a man, but I would teach him how to love. I don't know about being emotional, but I would teach him how to love.
My mom helped me out with that.
Yeah.
My dad, he said, shut up, do it, what?
Because sometimes, man, what I hate about what a lot of these young kids, they don't know, it hurt. I don't have to. No, as a man, some things, bro, that's your family out there. You know what I'm saying? That's your kid. You gotta go do something. You just can't quit and walk away just because it's uncomfortable or they said something wrong to you. You know what I'm saying? I see so much in life where y'all are young boys, man. I call them boys, but young men. They'll walk away from the job before they got another job. What do they do there?
Oh yeah, my folks,
Huh?
they preached it. Hey,
No, seriously, right now you got a lot of young men that walk away from a job and ain't got another job because they don't like the way somebody talk to them or they tripping in them.
But
How you gonna do that?
you know another reason why I think that is though?
What?
I don't think too many parents nowadays preach the fact that they're not going to be there. Because my folks always do. Oh, I'm not going to be here long. What you going to do after? Because I'm the only kid. You know what I mean? And they was like, yo, you the only child. We ain't planning to do this again. You know what I mean? You the only one we got.
Well,
for both of us.
my parents gave me a doom and gloom outlook. Right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was basically at 18 you out of here, or if you stand with us, the consequence was worse.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
doom
mean?
and gloom.
For me, it was a roof over here. They're not gonna kick me out of the house, but the gluttony that I was gonna have to go through to stay there. You know what I mean? As a growing kid, I wasn't gonna do that.
Facebook, tune in on Instagram and TikTok. Out.
So for me, yeah, that was